watch this video. This is the educator speaking. I am here to share a bit of wisdom from me to you. So today we're going to be talking about things I wish I knew before becoming a nurse. As a current nursing instructor, I share these things with my students on a daily basis, and I hope this benefits you as well. So let's get right into it. Let me take a sip first, guys. Hold on. Okay, so let's talk about it. So the first thing that I wish I would have known is that nurses can actually go broke, even though they're making really good money, right? So as a nurse, I've made $100 an hour, I've made $140 an hour, I've made $50 an hour. It just varies, right? So you can make good money as a nurse, but if you do not have a budget, right, and you are not disciplined with money, that money would be like this. It's like having a hole on the bottom of this cup and you're pouring something inside. Guess what? It's just going to leak right out. Okay. So I always advise students, create yourself a great budget now. Discipline yourself. So live not beyond, but below your means, right? Live below your means, because as your nurse, you're going to start making money. I think new grad nurses, they start them out as, is it 30 or 35 an hour, depending on where you're at. So you're going to start making money, but create that budget now so that you can actually see that money in your savings account, in your investment account. You can see that money paying off debts that you have, okay? So that's number one. The next thing that I wish I would have known before becoming a nurse is that bullying is real, right? I know this is a sensitive topic, but I talk to students about this. There are people out there who are just miserable and they want you to be miserable. And when I say people, there are some nurses out there who are miserable and they want you to be miserable. I've experienced bullying, believe it or not. Like I have my moments where I'm timid. I have my moments, I don't tend to talk a lot. But I have experienced bullying, and I had to eventually speak up for myself. I had to eventually ask for a different preceptor, right? So just imagine, how it is now. That was about 13 years ago. So I've heard it's a lot worse than it used to be. I just remember the preceptor just talking to me in such a rude manner, in such a condescending manner, as if they were born a nurse, And even now, when we go to clinical sites, when I take students to clinical sites, I see that, and I see nurses rude to students. And I always have to remind the nurses, and I say, hey, remember, you were not born a nurse, right? So we all had to learn. So if you had to learn, these students had to learn too, right? So just prepare yourself for that mentally. I'm not saying that's going to happen to you. I hope it doesn't. I really, really hope it doesn't. But prepare yourself mentally. Don't let it get to you. It's not about you. It's about that person. They are not happy. They are miserable. So they're trying to make you unhappy and you miserable. If it gets to the point where you are not learning under their preceptorship, go to your manager and request for another preceptor, okay? So that's the second thing that I wish I would have known before becoming a nurse. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the burnout, guys. The burnout is real. Like, it is real. It is real. As a nurse, you get burnt out so quickly. For me, the way I handle burnout is, if I'm being very open and very transparent, is, guys, I switch jobs very often. So I started in a major hospital, right? A huge worldwide known hospital, right? I started there, and those kind of teaching hospitals, they take everything. They do every research. They do every surgery. They don't say no to anybody. So it was heavy, and I am not in California where we have strict patient ratio, right? So it was heavy on me. It was heavy physically, it was heavy emotionally, it was heavy mentally. I remember times I would go, and this is pre-COVID, guys, I would go to the bathroom and just cry because it was just so much. It was just so much for me. And I remember working, even though we worked 3 days a week, 3 shifts, 3 days a week, I would need 2 days just to recover, 2 days to recover my sanity, recover my body, just to fully recover. So so the burnout is real. So prepare yourself for that, okay? So don't be naive and think, oh yeah, I'm gonna love this job forever. No, prepare yourself, right? Prepare yourself for whatever you need to do to take care of the burnout, whether it's working out frequently, whether it's not working as much overtime. I just want to let you know, so there is an opportunity of getting burnt out. So that's it with that. The next thing I want to talk about is consider getting malpractice insurance, right? So it's getting a little crazy out there, right? I don't like to declare evil things, but it's not the way it used to be. Like, people are just becoming, it's something else. So I would advise you consider getting malpractice insurance as a nurse. It's super cheap. I think I've seen one as low as, I want to say, like $200 a year or something like that. It's super cheap. Yes, I know the hospital or the facility has their own insurance, but can I tell you a secret? Come here. Yeah, no, come closer. You're not there yet. Come on. So a little secret is hospitals will rather get rid of you than get rid of their doctors. Okay, so if it is an error that you weren't really at fault, right? The doctor ordered it and you missed it and you didn't catch it, you were busy or whatever, and you administered the med, or both of you guys might come to court, but guess who's going to be heavily supported? That doctor. And they would much rather just be like, get rid of you. So I am telling you this, please get malpractice insurance to cover yourself. It's really inexpensive research, but malpractice insurance helps you so that you also have your team, your lawyer, right, that's coming to your aid as well. Okay. The next thing that I wish I would have known as a nurse is that you don't have to start in the hospital as a nurse, right? So you don't have to, let me rephrase this. You don't necessarily have to work inpatient as a new grad, okay? So a lot of us, we're told, go into med-surg. You hear that a lot. Oh, okay. If you want the best experience, go into med-surg, be a med-surg nurse, go in the hospital right away. Or if you're an LPN, okay, go in the nursing home right away, go nursing home, Guys, there's so many other options out there. I tell my students, you gotta do your research. This is the best time to do the research because you're not stressed, right? While you're in nursing school, you're not even worried about your job yet, right? Because you're still in your first year or first semester, or you haven't even registered. Call around, call facilities. Like, if you see, so the other day, if I'm being transparent, yesterday I had a meeting, guys, with a hospice director. So they do home health, home hospice, and they are literally begging for new grads, for us to send us our nursing students once they graduate. I was like, really? They said yes, like, we will train them. So guys, use this opportunity and get into places that you once were told, no, you need experience, you need this, you need that. Don't listen to that. Just apply. If I want to be real, let me tell you. So when I started as a nurse, I worked as a home health nurse, right? A private duty pediatric home health nurse as a new grad, like brand new, right? Brand new. Before that, I was just like maybe 2-3 months before that, I was doing flu shots, guys. They hired me, there was a company, it was flu shot season, immunization season. So I was doing flu shots like crazy, injections, that's all. And then I got that job, and then I was in the home, in the pediatric setting. I had a one-on-one patient. So I was doing that. While I was doing that job, eventually I got the hospital job, right? But the only reason, guys, why I got the hospital job, I applied for a position that I was not even qualified for. I applied for a head rheumatology nurse. I didn't even know what rheumatology was at that time, if I'm being honest with you. I just was like, apply. I literally just felt that leading, like God leading me and saying, apply for this position. And I was like, I'm not qualified. I don't even have a year of experience. This is a head rheumatology nurse in the clinic setting. So I applied for it and I got in, and it got me in the hospital, inpatient side, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, don't limit yourself to just med-surg or nursing home. There's so many things out there. There's medical device companies. Depending on which role, they might take you brand new, they might not. I know a lot of them do want some experience, but it's worth a try. It's worth a phone call. A lot of companies nowadays would rather train you from scratch than have to untrain you, and retrain you based on their own protocol. To the point I've even heard there's a nurse that I knew years ago that became a director of nursing as a new grad. And one of my students became an assistant director of nursing with just maybe like 4 months under her belt. Guys, it's happening. There's opportunities out there. So do not sell yourself short. Okay? So that is it, guys. I hope this video was really helpful for you. If it was, please push the like button. That just encourages me to make more videos. My schedule is super tight, so if I see that you guys are liking the videos, it's gonna make me be like, okay, whatever, my schedule is tight, but I'm gonna make some videos for you guys. Okay, let me know also what you want to hear. If you want a video on anything specific, please let me know. I'm an open book. I am a nursing instructor. I am a PIC nurse. I own a company. I own a home health agency and a staffing agency I work for a medical device company. So guys, I do a lot, and I will talk more about each thing in this video. But I need to know what you want to hear. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and have a great rest of your day or week, guys. Bye.